Hey everyone, it's definitely been a while, but seeing all of the content that's going to be coming soon, I think it'll be fun to cover some of it, more specifically starting with the upcoming One Punch Man crossover. We just got news of their buffs and I wanted to talk more about it. Starting off with the most anticipated unit, Saitama. His true art now has a crazily high 200,000 multiplier, as well as more art gen on his art, and 20 arts on his skill. He also gets up to 100% damage for a single race, depending on which dream evolution you choose, of which I'd highly suggest Crimson Dream, as you'll be facing demons or dragons a lot more than gods or beasts. This is definitely my most favorite buff, and easily the best buff of the crossover. He'll be great for nuking, as you can easily pop out a couple true arts in a short amount of time, and that multiplier will make him devastating. Hopefully the art gen on his art is EX2 rather than Type B, as that'll make him really solid and sustained. Moving on to Tatsumaki, the only real buff that she got was the doubling of her break power buff on true art from 50% to 100%. That is of course no joke. She'll be a lot better as a breaker, more specifically break nukes though. Verdant Dream is okay I guess if you want her to break against water enemies, and Luminous Dream if you see yourself running her on a sustain team, but just in general she's definitely a lot better as a breaker than before, so that's cool. As for Sonic, he had a very minor true art multiplier buff from 40 to 65,000 damage, which is laughably bad. They did him insanely wrong in my opinion. It should have been at least 80,000 if not 100,000. He does have a bit more art gen on his art, but nothing else is really different about him. Aqueous Dream allows him to true art right at the start and have some extra damage, but I'm not really sure I see the use of this besides farming. Spectral Dream is probably going to be the go-to for him as a DPS. As for Blizzard, she had a very noticeable increase in her true art magic buff from 120% to 200%, as well as an added 30% magic resist debuff. This makes her definitely great as a magic nuke supporter. There are of course better options, but for a 5-star she's definitely solid. Her Aqueous Dream isn't even worth mentioning. I can't really see her being used in sustain. You're gonna want her Verdant Dream, as it gives an extra 40% magic damage to the team, raising her magic buff to 240%. They're pretty nice buffs to her overall. You'll definitely see her being used a lot more. And for the final unit, Garo, he had a multiplier increase to 80,000 and a heavy increase to his true art damage buff from 300% to 500% total arts damage buffing. For his dream evolutions, you'll probably want his Crimson Dream to provide him that extra 5 arts a second near death, unless you want to start stacking out early with his Spectral Dream, but you won't really see a great sustain buff until the boss is low in health, from which you won't really need the damage then. But he's definitely solid for an older unit. His evasion debuffing and accuracy buffing will make him excellent in high evasion stages. That's about it for the unit buffs. Real quick, we do have some other info though, such as their SP arts being announced, although the real news is really going to be the forever summons. Not only are we getting a new forever summons, but for the first time in GS history, the crossover units are going to be in the forever summon. I can't understand why they did this, but I'm not complaining honestly. This is a great chance for everyone to get a crossover unit and make the game fun, although I think they should have given a free unit ticket. Regardless, it's great news all around. It should be interesting to see what they're going to bring, if anything else, but let me know what your thoughts are. I'm of course most excited for Saitama's buffs. I think he should be solid in nukes as well as sustaining, so stay tuned to see him on the Celia Crest Palace. Let me know if you're going to chase anyone, because there are definitely some fun units here, but don't forget we also have a lot of good crossovers coming up too. Thanks a bunch for watching, sub if you want to see more, and I'll see you later.